Game structure. So game structure is almost like a map, a route through the game. So something can be very, very linear. In other words, you've got to do task A before you can do task B, then you've got to do task B, and then you've got to do task C, and so on. And you can't go off on side missions. You need to follow the logic through from start to finish. And there's no sort of side missions, so to speak. When we did Unit 70 and we looked at something like The Hobbit, that was very, very clear. You've got to go through a set route, very, very linear. And then the game engine developed so that you could do side missions. So say, for example, on Monkey Island, you could go and do something else and then come back to another task. So maybe there were 4 or 5 different tasks that you could do in a certain order, but then you needed to complete those to go on to the next level. So almost like small branches on a tree. But you've got to complete those 4 or 5 branches before then you can go on to the next stage. Or maybe you've got to find an item before you can solve the next puzzle. So something can be linear with a few side missions off it as well. Something like wacky races that I've talked about, where you have to come first on a certain track before then it unlocks the next track, is very linear as well. Then you've got something, so say for example, Witcher 3, something like Red Dead Redemption, something like Skyrim, that are open worlds, where there is a story where you follow the story through, and you will be set challenges similar to sort of Call of Duty, etc., where you set missions and you need to complete missions, but then it's far less linear in that you can go off and you can decide to become immersed in another aspect of the game. Similarly, lots of role-play games as well will do this, where you can go off and do side challenges, but ultimately you need to complete the game by upskilling yourself, improving your attributes so that you can then go on and take additional challenges throughout the game. So a bit more of an open world system, less linear, but nevertheless you need to still find things within the game, put them in your inventory to be able to solve problems and to upskill yourself and become more accomplished at the gameplay. So something like FIFA, say for example, is that linear or non-linear? Well, non-linear in that you don't have to follow a set pattern, but linear in some aspects in that you're never going to beat Barcelona and Real Madrid when you start to play. So you need to start against lesser teams to improve your skill level before then you can take on the harder teams. So semi-linear again. And then there are certain games that are complete sandboxes where you don't need much skill, where you can just kind of do your own thing, so to speak, and explore the world, and you can use your imagination and creativity to do whatever you like, something like Minecraft that's complete sandbox with no set pattern, no set route through the game whatsoever.